Mm. My name is Dineshrao Analaki Gunalan. I am from DTK4B. This is about the mini project 1 PCB layout. PCB etching process. While making PCB, a layer of copper is added on the substrate. Sometimes both sides of the substrates are covered with copper layers. PCB etching process is carried out to get RID of the excess copper and only the required copper track are left behind after the etching process. The etching process can be carried out in number of ways. However, the most commonly used methods for etching is by using hydraulic acid or fabric chloride. Both the chemicals are plentiful and economical. The main purpose of the PCB etching process is to trace the circuit design on a copper plate. To do this, there are several steps that you need to follow, which are as follows. Next slide. Step 1. The very first step of the etching process is designing the circuit using the software of your choice. Once the design is ready, flip it and then get it printed. Step 2. On the transfer paper, print the circuit design. Make sure that the design is printed on the shiny side of the paper. Step 3. Now take the copper plate and rub and sandpaper on it. This will make the surface of copper rough and thus helps it to hold the design eventually. There are certain remember step third till the last step. Use safely gloves when handling copper plate and etching solution. This will be prevent the oil from end getting transferred to plate and will also protect your hands from the solution or chemicals. When you are sanding the copper plate, make sure you do it properly, especially at the edge plate. Step 4. Now wash the plate by some rubbing alcohol and water so that any small particles of copper that get removed from the surface during sanding are washed off, plated to dry after washing. Step 5. Cut the printed design properly and place them on the copper plate facing down. Step 6. The copper plate is now passed through the laminator several times until the plate gets heated. Step 7. Take the plate out from the laminator and it is hot and hold in a cold bath. Aggregate the plate so that all the paper comes off on and the flows on the water. You will secure in the black on the copper plate. Step 8. Now take the board out of the bath and place it in the etching solution. Aggregate the copper plate for around 30 minutes. Ensure that all the copper around the oil dissolved. Step 9. Take out the copper plate and wash it in the water. Bath again, keep it to dry. Once it has dry completely, you can use rubbing alcohol to remove the ink from the printed circuit board. Step 10. The completes the etching process of a printed circuit board. You can now drill the holes using paper tools with the required drill bit size. And this is the etching process of the video. This is the first step. Then draw the drawing on the board and cut the board it properly and correctly and stick the drawing on the board and iron with the Italy. Then rub all the drawing and the drawing will stick in the board and the drawing of the board is almost ready and let dry it and finally hold the board done. Next is process PCB soldering. Prepare your iron before you can use an iron to solder. You want to complete a process, no thinning. Prepare your surface. The key to a good soldering job is to start with a cleaning surface. Place the component, apply some heat, add solder to the joint, and lastly all complete and finishing up. This is the soldering video, process of the soldering video. You can see that how they hit the as well the process soldering. Therefore, heat up your iron first. Include the degree of the F and degree C. Step 2, make your connection mechanically stable using help ends to keep your parts steady. Slightly bend leads of throw all components. Step 3, clean your iron. As you see that, make sure the all in correct process. Step 4, apply it and solder. Let it with the correct temperature varies and ensure good contact between the iron and the point. And join it in correctly. Step 5, inspect the joint. So you can see that uh, the joint it will smoothly and surfacely. And this is the final of the process soldering, and this is about the schematic diagram. And then next, this is about the PCB layout diagram as shown. Next, that's all my presentation about the PCB layout.